Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. How is it September? You guys, I have no idea. I mean, my kids already want to play Christmas music. I've had to stop that. But no, September, you guys, means a lot of things, right? You know, kids are back in school. Around here, it means two big birthdays for both my boys. But today, that's not what we're going to talk about. We can talk about that next week. Today, what we're going to talk about, I have a special guest for you. And September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So we've talked about life insurance before and how important that is for your health and wellness, right? Because it helps that stress of knowing you've got those things in place. So today I've got Dawn Johnson with Farmers Insurance, and she is an expert in the field when it comes to insurance and when it comes to life insurance. And that's really what you need. There are, you guys, you can drive just like the pharmacies, right? You see them everywhere. Well, you see insurance agents and their offices everywhere, but you have to find somebody that you feel comfortable talking to and somebody that you can trust and somebody that is going to be there when something happens. But now I want to talk about something that we're going to take care of before that happens. So we're going to talk about life insurance today with Dawn. Dawn, thank you so much for jumping on with me this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. And I appreciate you and everything that you do for the community and everything and everybody that's out there. So just thank you for everything that you do.
Oh, well, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Well, I just think this is such a huge topic and people don't like to talk about it. And since September, we're highlighting life insurance this month, I thought, we need to get you on here. We need to talk about it, talk a little bit about yourself and, just tell people some facts that maybe just things that maybe they're missing, things they don't realize, and just a few little things that could help them set themselves up good for later and their families as well. So, what got you into insurance? What got you into this industry at all?
Well, I would say, well, to kind of start it off, I'm an educator at heart. I got into the industry because of just being able to explain things to people, and that's what I like to shed that light to, to take something that is so complicated and to really, just give that just allow people to step back and go, okay, like what does all this mean? And then allowing somebody to like really have their back. And when it comes to life insurance in particular, like that is the most important policy that we offer. And it's allowing people to get that peace of mind and everything that comes along with it.
So, why do you think people put it off? Because they do. So, why do they put off getting life insurance?
I would say they put it off because it's one, they think it's complicated, or two, they might think that it's for someone that's older or wealthier or whatever it may be. But what people don't realize that it can be as simple as, you can take a healthy 30-year-old person and it could cost less than what it costs for a cup of coffee. So, if you have someone that can just explain it and because it can be very simple.
So when someone comes to you, I mean, how do you, I mean, I'm sure you ask a lot of questions, obviously, because
Hmm.
that's the educator, right? You've got to see all the
Right.
pieces. But what's
Yeah.
the best way that you can kind of see what fits? Because it's not like a one size fits all for everybody.
Correct. And then I think that's a lot of that myth as well, is that people think that that's where that complication part comes in, right? And so then it's just saying, hey, what is it that matters to you? Because it's not about, it doesn't have to be about anything but who in your life is, would be financially burdened if you weren't here tomorrow. And what do you want to have taking place? Some people want their home to be taken care of. Others may want to they want to give to a charity. It might be their church, or it might be the Humane Society, or it might be a charity of their choice, or it could be to pay for a child's education. It could be to leave a legacy, to their grandchildren. It could be to as simple as, I want to have my burial expenses taken care of. So it really can be, I think it really depends on the individual to what they want to have taken care of.
So really, so the coverage can range, there's a wide range on they're going to be looking for depending on what their situation is. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I know there's term life insurance, there's permanent life insurance. So what's the difference between these things? Because these are all terms you hear and it gets a little confusing. So give us a little background about that.
Right. And again, to keep things real simple, as far as term insurance, think of term insurance of like renting a home. You're going to rent a home for a 10-year period or a 20-year period or 30-year period. And permanent insurance is like owning that home. It is yours. It can build equity. It could be, nobody can take it away from you. You own it and it could be there for your entire life. And what most people don't realize is that it's not just a a death benefit. Oh, I'm going to use this only if something happens to me and I'm no longer here. What about when you are here and you want to have a strategy that is really kind of a hybrid that is built out for you specifically? So you may be able to use some of those funds now, and that could be a fund for an education. And people don't realize that there are certain benefits out there like that.
I think most people think that it is, kind of more of a death benefit. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what people
Mm-hmm.
think of that life
For
insurance. That
sure.
really is what most people will think about. So kind of rolling it into that, then why September? Why, I don't know why they chose September, but why is this, what do you do this month to kind of to bust those myths, to get those things out there, to make people aware of this?
Well, I think there's a lot of education around it. It's really focused on educating individuals, but I really feel it's that push to say, you know what? Now is the time to do it. If people should be thinking about it and should talk about it whenever it is possible. But when September comes around, I think people are like, okay, this is the time to do it because there's more education out there around it. It's something that we talk about every single day, so we don't just wait around to September, right? It's something that we talk to with all of our clients and when they are coming on board for the first time, because overall it's your full portfolio that you're looking at, and that's what makes it the most important policy that we offer.
No, absolutely. And, September is kind of good because, right, kids are going back to school. So you think about education, the hustle and bustle of the summer's
Good
over,
point.
the hustle and bustle of all that's over. And maybe people, the holidays really haven't, gotten full swing yet. So I think that really is a good time to kind of get their life in order, literally, right? To get everything in order and to plan. So, we kind of talked a little bit about myths. What would be the biggest myth that you would bust today? Like if you could just
Mm.
think of one or two.
I would say that one is that it's expensive. They think, oh my gosh, if I'm going to have 150,000, oh my gosh, that has to cost a lot. But depending on, I can make it to where you have the coverage that you're looking for and it's affordable for you. And it can be very simple. Some people, uh, well, to kind of go back to the affordability, as far as $20 a month, is that affordable for someone? It could be less, it could be more. But as far as another part of it is that there are policies out there even for people that feel that they can't get insurance. So there are certain policies that specialize also with people that if you already are they call uninsurable, there's a policy for them as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because I think a lot
Mhm.
of people they put themselves in that category because of either risk factors or disease states or anything like that, that they
Mhm.
are that uninsurable. I think that's key. And also kind of what you went to saying before about, for the cost of a cup of coffee, people don't realize, they look at that, but even just tiny little changes. And I've told people before, even with their health and wellness, maybe instead of going through the drive-through and getting a medium, you get a small. Right? You can, I mean,
Very
honestly,
good.
just even those little changes, number one, you probably didn't need all that sugar and caffeine that you're getting anyway. And number two, that money, that change literally could change, could be something they could put into the life insurance because it, like you said,
Yes.
It can be very affordable, for good coverage. So, I mean, a lot of these things you're saying to me, this just shows how unique you are with your education. But what would you say sets your agency apart? Since, kind of like I said, there, just it's like the pharmacy, you're looking, you got to find that perfect fit. So, what's unique about your agency?
I feel we're unique just because of the questions that we ask and the overall view. When you have those questions, like in any part of it, people know that they can reach out and we have their back. But it's coming up with ways and different strategies that's going to help that individual. And I'll give you a perfect example. And what makes us different is that it's not just concentrating on a sale. Like we're looking at it as this individual needs help. And if someone's not educating them on what the possibilities are, we had a gentleman come in a couple of weeks ago that just having that conversation, he's like, nah, I don't need it. And we're like, you know what? Let's just do a medical. Let's have underwriting take a look at it. Do you know that because of that, they discovered that he has something going on and that it could also be a lifesaver.
Wow.
People don't realize that it's could be something that you can catch early and it's just amazing because there's a lot of things that you can look at it that has the positives and at the end of the day you can have that peace of mind, right? Because that's what we want.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's just the people taking the time to come in to talk to their agent about this,
Hmm.
because just because they're going through the questions and you're searching for these things doesn't mean they have to do it. But at
Hmm.
least, but I think once you show them and educate them that it's not that hard, you show them the coverage they can get, they see the benefit from it. And
Hmm.
it's taking that time. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're taking that time to make sure all those little questions are answered. You can get the best coverage for them, but of course, at the best cost to them. So
Right.
if somebody is looking, they're thinking, oh my gosh, I want to talk with her. How do I go about doing that? How is the best way to, get in touch with you and just even to start that conversation to see if they qualify or which plan they qualify for, I guess.
Right, right. So it could be as simple as just starting off with that phone call, right? So you can reach out to me. I can also send you a document that will allow them to reach out, and we can do a discovery call, or sometimes it could be as simple as filling out an application and seeing what you qualify for. That's no cost. It's like why not just look and get an overall view of, okay, what is this going to be? What is going to be that is I can qualify for and what's going to be affordable for you. So just go ahead and reach out and everybody here at my office, they're all licensed, agents. So our team members, like we're here to help and to answer those questions. So all they have to do is give us a call.
And I think that's key, just to have the right people in place that can help, that can answer the questions, that are knowledgeable. I mean, I think
Hmm.
that is really because people, this is it's a topic most people don't want to talk about.
Hmm.
And if they do, it's, oh my gosh, it's going to cost me too much. So it's getting those questions answered, just like you said, and making
Absolutely.
people aware of it in September and in really the other 11 months of the year as well. So
Absolutely.
before we finish up, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about life insurance or just about you in general, about farmers and your agency?
Well, what's great about farmers is that so I have my agency here and I also I'm able, if it's not something that fits into, farmers specifically, I am also, I have other carriers that I'm able to broker through. So kind of like a hybrid agency. But what really is so special is just it's being able to take the time and just knowing what's important to you and not just taking a cookie cutter type situation and saying, here, this is what you need. It's finding out what's most important to you. So I feel that's just what makes us unique, and you have somebody that just has your back.
Fantastic. Now, I know some people might watching might not be in the St. Louis area, but they can still
Uh-huh.
reach out to you though.
Absolutely. And I am, as far as I am, currently, I am, as far as licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Kansas. But if you live outside of the area, you certainly can give me a call, and I can at least give you some education that you can go back, and help you find an agent close to you. So.
Absolutely. And it's so much better to talk to a real person like you that knows versus the 800 number where you're pressing this button and that button and you're just frustrated and you don't get anywhere and then you
Right.
just kind of give up. And I
Right.
think that that's what unfortunately some people get it. They don't realize that the insurance agent is there for you. They're your
Mhm,
advocate. And
mhm,
people need to realize that. And if they're in a situation they're not, then they, need to look elsewhere because you're supposed to have their back, right? I mean,
mhm.
that's exactly what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dawn, thank you so much for jumping on today. I hope all
Absolutely.
of you
Thank
guys
you.
enjoyed this because life insurance is so important. And like I said, it is definitely health and wellness related. Just like Dawn said, somebody found an issue they didn't even know about and they found about it early. And just to think of the stress that it's going to take off of you and your family just to have things planned and in place. That is absolutely key. So please reach out to Dawn. If you have your own insurance agent you love, please reach out to them, talk to them, ask these questions because they are there to help you. And it's so important that we get all these things in place sooner than later. There's no reason to put these things off until tomorrow, correct?
Absolutely. Said it perfectly.
Well, Dawn, thank you so much again for joining us. All of Dawn's
Thank you, Amy.
information will be on this as well. So make sure if you want to contact her, read the description, all of it's there, or reach out to either one of us from this video.
Wonderful.
My name is Amy Gill.